For BlueShirtsUnited.com, I'm Jim Cerny, joined by Ryan McDonagh. And Ryan just finished off a little meeting with the media here. Big smile on your face, looking happy to take in all aspects of returning, huh?
Well, it's fun to talk hockey. I think everybody in this room can speak for themselves and say that we're excited to be back as a group, and the pace out there is right back to Ranger hockey, and it's good to see right away.
Yeah, I know you won't know until you go through it. But having only a week of training camp before you head into the first games, and then having an abridged season, a shortened season, what do you think that's going to be adjustment-wise for you personally and you guys collectively?
I think the good thing is we've got a lot of similar guys from last year. A lot of numbers back with the team last year, and know how we want to play and the way we got to play. And the guys that we brought in, like Asham and playing Taylor a little bit and Nash, hopefully they got a chance to see us in the playoffs a little bit. But already they seem like they're jumping on board, and they know how we practice and prepare for a season, and they're right there with us. It's great.
I know each season is different. You can't necessarily say you carry over what happened last year to this year. That said, is there a feeling around here of there's some unfinished business? You came so far and accomplished so much as a team last year and just fell a little bit short. Do you have that sense of unfinished business this year?
I think so. I think you got to keep that in your belly. It's what motivated our group during the lockout. We had a lot of guys here the whole time, and other than the holidays, like I said, we probably had 10, 12, 14 guys at a time here, which is really good for the New York area, especially because not a lot of guys are from here. But just building off last year, I think we can't look too far ahead. It's still regular season, and we got to keep that motivation to get ourselves set up in that position again, and where everybody's just trying to prepare for training camp, get their bodies and their minds right, and we'll start from there.
Now, you mentioned you certainly were a big part of that group that was skating here in New York, but you also had a little time away. Not time away on vacation for sure, but you went to play in Russia, play in the KHL. What was that experience like?
Well, it's very unique for sure. The hockey itself is a different style on the big sheet. It can be slow and methodical at times, just trying to hold on to the puck, but then other times you can see the skill of that league that you've heard about, and so it's a good combination. I mean, it was a good experience, kind of in those dog days at the beginning of the lockout for me to get over there and play some games and stay in some good team practices with a lot of numbers, and but I'm happy to be back down. It's kind of worked out perfectly where I've had a little over a month here to get some strength back in the weight room and get accustomed to being around the guys in the locker room and how everything's done here. So, couldn't ask for a better way it shaped out, I guess.
Interesting. When you decided to come back, was there one or two or three reasons why you decided to come back when you did?
I got a little banged up first of all, like shoulder and groin, and nothing serious, but I wanted to make sure right around the beginning of December when the talks were heating up, if it was going to happen, I needed to get back and get that straight and forward. I didn't want to go into camp with any kind of nicks or bruises, and that was number one. And then being around the holidays for the family is important as well, because you don't get to do that when we're playing as much. And it was, unfortunately we weren't playing, but it was nice to be around the family.
There around the turn of the year, I know you're a USA hockey guy. How much did you follow what the boys were doing? Certainly a team that you've played on and a program you've been a part of, what they were able to accomplish out in Russia.
Well, it's always incredible. That tournament can go in so many directions, and unfortunately, my year we didn't get a medal. We had every year they put together a great team, and so it's great to see them come through like that in very unique conditions in Russia. I mean, it's a long ways away from home, and sometimes that can be good because you're kind of by yourselves and your team, and you're just doing everything together, and you feel strong, you grow confident. So it was exciting to watch. The guys in here were watching, and I got a free lunch out of Carl Hagelin for the final game, so I got to thank the boys for that.
That all's good then. I know you've had so many major experience since then, and most importantly here at the NHL level. But that said, what did that playing in that tournament at that time of your development, what did that do for you?
Well, it's just an eye-opening experience. I mean, for someone like myself coming from high school league in Minnesota, it's a good league, but getting a chance to play there, playing against the best players at your age in the world, and going forward, how much work it takes to get yourself better and be an effective player, to your ultimate goal of making the NHL. that was the thing for me. As you know, looking back on it, I didn't feel like I was that effective there, and it kind of was a kick in the butt to get going and really focus on your game if you want to make this a career, and that really jump-started my career, I think.
Oh, good stuff. Ryan McDonagh and his teammates are back. They're getting ready for training camp. Great to talk hockey with you.
Well, it's great. Thank you so much.